The imperial palace of ZYX there floated above the crimson clouds of Valorum Prime, a monument to a civilization that had conquered 12 star systems. Within its crystalline walls, Emperor Kael'Vareth lay dying. Emma Martinez stood in the observation bay of the human diplomatic shuttle, her worn nursing scrubs a stark contrast to the gleaming technology surrounding her. Her 7-year-old son Jack pressed his face against the viewport, eyes wide with wonder at the alien megastructure ahead. "Mom, is that really where the Space Emperor lives?" Jack asked, his breath fogging the transparent aluminum. "It is, sweetie," Emma replied, smoothing down her dark hair nervously. She still couldn't believe the Galactic Council had summoned her, a single mother working double shifts at County General Hospital in Ohio, halfway across the galaxy. The Valorum physician who greeted them at the docking bay was a towering figure with iridescent scales and 6 manipulator limbs. Dr. Zenmatha's translated voice carried undertones of desperation. "Human Emma Martinez," the alien doctor began. "You come highly recommended by the few humans serving in our medical facilities. The Emperor suffers from what our best minds cannot comprehend. We have exhausted every treatment protocol known to the Galactic Medical Consortium." Emma followed Zenmoth through corridors lined with beings from 100 different worlds, all the greatest healers the galaxy had to offer. She recognized the crystalline thought weavers of Prism, the biomanipulators from the Nest worlds, even a quantum surgeon from the Probability Collective. Each one looked defeated. Jack stayed close to his mother, clutching the worn stuffed dinosaur he'd insisted on bringing. Emma had argued against bringing him, but the council had been insistent. Human children, they claimed, might provide novel perspective. She suspected they simply wanted to ensure she'd return. The Imperial Chamber was vast and filled with monitoring equipment that would have made any Earth hospital jealous. Emperor Kael'Vareth lay on a suspension platform, his massive form, easily 3 meters tall, seeming somehow diminished. His golden skin had taken on a sickly gray pallor. "Show me his charts," Emma said quietly, falling into the familiar rhythm of assessment. What she saw made no sense. The Emperor's vital signs fluctuated wildly, but not in any pattern that suggested organ failure or infection. His cellular structures were breaking down and rebuilding in random cycles. Most puzzling of all, his neural activity showed intense stress, but not from pain. "What treatments have you attempted?" Emma asked as Zenmoth rattled off a list that meant nothing to her. Technologies and medicine centuries beyond Earth's capabilities. Gene resequencing, quantum healing, temporal restoration, reality stabilization. Emma approached the Emperor's bedside and did something that made every alien in the room gasp. She placed her hand on his forehead. "It's okay," she said softly, the universal translator carrying her words. "I'm here to help." The Emperor's eyes flickered open, vast, ancient, and filled with something Emma recognized instantly from countless nights in the ER, fear. "Jack, honey, come here," Emma called to her son. The boy approached hesitantly, still clutching his dinosaur. Emma guided his small hand to rest on the Emperor's massive palm. "Can you tell the nice Emperor about Mr. Stomps?" Emma asked gently. Jack launched into an enthusiastic explanation about his stuffed toy, how it helped him feel brave when he was scared, how his mom said it was okay to be afraid sometimes. Something remarkable happened. The Emperor's vital signs began to stabilize. "Impossible," Zenmoth breathed, but Emma understood. She'd seen it before in her own son after his father left, in elderly patients far from home, in every frightened soul who'd ever passed through her care. "He's not sick," Emma explained, her voice firm with certainty. "He's having a panic attack." The gathered alien physicians erupted in confusion. "The Emperor of ZYX there does not experience panic," one declared indignantly. "He has ruled for 3 centuries. And in those 3 centuries, has he ever been allowed to be afraid?" Emma challenged. "Has anyone ever told him it was okay to feel vulnerable?" She turned to face the Emperor directly, ignoring protocol, ignoring the gasps of the courtiers. "Your Majesty, you've carried the weight of billions for so long. But you're mortal, like all of us. And sometimes, being mortal is terrifying." The Emperor's massive chest shuddered with what might have been a sob. For the first time in 300 years, the most powerful being in 12-star systems allowed himself to feel his fear instead of fighting it. Emma stayed with him through the night, teaching him breathing techniques she'd learned in a free clinic yoga class, talking to him the way she'd talk to any patient. Jack fell asleep curled up against the Emperor's side, Mr. Stomps tucked under the alien ruler's ARM. By morning, the Emperor's readings had normalized completely. The medical miracle that had eluded the galaxy's greatest minds had been accomplished by acknowledging the simplest truth. Even emperors are human. Well, metaphorically speaking, as Emma prepared to return home, Emperor Calvareth summoned her one final time. "You have saved not just my life, but my spirit," he said, his voice resonant with gratitude. "The Galactic Medical Consortium wishes to study your methods. We have much to learn from humanity." Emma smiled, thinking of the double shifts waiting for her back on Earth, of the bills piled on her kitchen table, of the beautiful, broken, struggling people she treated every day. "We're not special," she said. "We just remember that before we're doctors or emperors or anything else, we're all just scared sometimes. And that's okay." The human diplomatic shuttle departed Valorum Prime, carrying Emma and Jack home. Behind them, the greatest physicians in the galaxy began to understand that healing wasn't just about technology or knowledge. Sometimes, it was simply about being human. In all the ways that mattered, the galaxy would never be quite the same.